Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020. Yes, we're still in the Mercedes, and yes, we are still fighting with Lulu for this Season 4 championship. And it's time to move on to the next round of the championship. Yes, and as you can see, we are top of the vehicle performance comparison table, hotly being pursued by Aston Martin. Hopefully they're not going to overtake us. Anyway, before we continue, it's time to go out once again in one of those glorious cars from yesteryear. Yes, it's a McLaren from the 1970s. These were the days, everyone. These were the days of proper motor racing. Just look at the design of that car. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's the cockpit view. Oh my god, I could drive this all day. I could drive it all day, but we can't, unfortunately. We've got to move on, and let's see if we've failed our objective. Oh dear, we're not that good in these cars after all, are we? Anyway, so it's time to move on now to Vietnam. Oh, not Hanoi. That's bloody annoying. That joke never gets old. Never gets old. Anyway, let's move on then, as it's time to put some more parts onto the car, because we've had one that's failed. Mercedes, what are you doing? What are you doing now? Unbelievable. Anyway, practice has been completed at Hanoi. We've got some more lovely resource points to add to our collection. Fantastic. Okay, so this was the race that was never actually raced. So it would go down in history as a unique track for Formula 1. Anyway, at the moment we get 5th position after the first qualifying run. We accelerate forward now to a little bit later to qualifying. You can see we've dropped down to 14th position, but we are up on the deltas, so we should get into the... still only 12th place at the moment. Still only 12th. That's annoying. That's bloody annoying. As we accelerate forward now to almost the end of qualifying. Still in 12th place, and we haven't improved on our delta time, unfortunately. So it looks like it's going to be a 12th place start for the Hookster. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, look at this, everyone. Qualifying's finished, but we are up on the deltas. 13th at the moment. We cross the line. Wow. Talk about getting a rabbit out of your hat there. Yes, 6th position. Look at that. It just came out of nowhere. I just carried on going on that very, very last lap, and we got into 6th place. And oh bugger. Lewis Hamilton's got pole, everyone. Lewis Hamilton's got pole. Somebody help me, please.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Daniel Kvyat, the captain, Perez, Sainz, Albon, and Lando Norris, Bottas, Matsushita, George Russell, and Magnussen, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Daniel Ricciardo, and Nick de Vries. Ocon and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons career mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away we go. 6th place. Wow, look at this. Rocket shit off the line. Hookster. Once again, he's got past one Ferrari. He's going for the other Ferrari. He's going to turn 1. This is going to get dicey. Is he going to go past Gasly as well? I do believe he is. Oh, a little bit of contact with Gasly, but he does manage to push his way through. Gasly is fighting back though. He's up the inside of the Hookster. Look at this. Look at this. Fighting like crazy. Oh, he's gone very wide. He's completely cocked up his line going into there because he was too busy looking at Pierre Gasly, but he does manage to get through. Yes, 6th to 2nd. Get in there, Hookster. Get in there. Gasly's fighting back. You can see in the rearview mirrors, but the Hookster is not there in any of his shit, and he holds on to this 2nd place. So Lulu in the lead at the moment. The Hookster is in 2nd position. Pierre Gasly in that AlphaTauri car, very, very surprising indeed, is in 3rd place. And Charles Leclerc is in 4th in the Red Bull, and Verstappen is in 5th place. Of course, he's driving in this season for Ferrari. So here it is then, the longest straight I think in Formula 1. It does sort of curve off a little bit, but it's a very, very long straight. As you can see, this circuit, it was not very good, not very good. It had some very questionable selection of corners, it has to be said. And I'm glad that it wasn't actually raced on, because I don't think the drivers would have liked it too much. So anyway, here we are then, about to complete the first lap of the Grand Prix. Hamilton's already got the gap up to 2 seconds, and we haven't even completed 1 lap yet. 2 seconds, unbelievable. Hookster still in second, Gasly still right up to Jack Jones on the Hookster, as you can see in the rearview mirrors. But we are holding on. But can we get up to Lewis Hamilton, or is he going to best us and get the points away from us? We will find out. So we're about to complete lap 1 now and go into the second lap, as Lewis Hamilton, of course, puts in the fastest lap at the moment of the Grand Prix. As we accelerate forward now to lap 3. No change in the positions apart from the fact that Hamilton is now 3.9 seconds ahead of us, as we are desperately trying to catch him. But I don't think we got the pace, to be honest. I don't think we got the pace. He's now up to 4.4 seconds ahead of the Hookster for Hamilton, as we accelerate forward now to lap 4. And as you can see, Hamilton's still in the lead, and we're getting a real pressure here for Pierre Gasly. Oh, a little bit of contact. The Hookster to go very, very wide on the exit there. Manages to gather it up, and yes, hold on to the place. But look at this, as we accelerate forward out to lap 5 of the Grand Prix. 8 seconds now for Hamilton. 8 seconds as we come in for our pit stop. Now, very, very slow pit entrance, as you can see, at the Vietnam circuit. I don't know if that was the actual speed or whether they just copied Silverstone. I've no idea, because as I say, we didn't actually race here, so no one really knows. But anyway, we change on to the yellow sidewall tyre, the medium tyre for the rest of this stint. It's a good stop. It's a very good stop indeed. No hold in that pit stop. And we're going to rejoin in 18th position, I do believe, at the moment. Yes, and you can see Lewis Hamilton there. He's just approaching the penis. He's just approaching the tip of the penis, coming round, as you can see on the mini-map. There he goes. He's going round the penis. Round the penis, because that's what... Let's move on. As you can see, we rejoin in 18th position at the moment. Yes, 18th place. Kimi Räikkönen's the car ahead, but of course everyone in front of us, almost everyone apart from Lulu, has got to come in for their pit stop. No, in fact, I think Lulu's got to come in as well. Anyway, we accelerate forward at lap 7. Going past the pits. Cars have thankfully come in, but only 2 cars have come in, so we've only made it up to 16th position. I don't know what's happening here. They are very, very late in their pit stop strategy, has to be said. As we accelerate forward now to lap 8, we've got Kimi Räikkönen, the car now ahead of us. Hookster still in 16th place. Going past the pits, more cars coming. In fact, a huge oodle of cars have come into the pits, and Hookster goes up into 8th position at the moment. But we've still got cars to come in. Räikkönen's still got to come in because he's still on the soft tyre, and so is Esteban Ocon. So as we accelerate forward after lap 9, I don't think Hookster's going to wait for Kimi Räikkönen. He's going around the outside of Kimi in the Haas car. Look at this. This is going to get very tight indeed. Oh, and Kimi locks up the brakes and crashes into the side pod on Hookster's car. Wowzers. And he checks straight away for damage, but no, there's no damage, so we continue on in 7th place now, still chasing Ocon. And of course that other car. And as we accelerate forward after lap 9, going past the pits. Thankfully the other cars have now come in for their stop, and we resume our 2nd position. Yes, 2nd place behind Lewis Hamilton, but he's now got the gap. Oh god, we've cocked that up completely. He's now got the gap up to 11.9 seconds. As we accelerate forward after lap 10. Just 4 laps of the Grand Prix left to go. And what's this? Alex Albon has got a 5-second penalty. And Max Verstappen is out of the session. Maxi boy is out of the session. I don't know quite what's going on here, but Max is out and Albon's got a penalty. Hamilton's still in the lead. Hookster's still in 2nd place. Hamilton's got the gap up now to 14 seconds. We'll be accelerating forward down to lap 12. Just 2 more laps left of the Grand Prix. We've got Carlos Sainz now in the McLaren directly behind us, trying for a move to try and get past. Hopefully we can hold him off until the end of the Grand Prix. As I say, just 2 laps to go. And we've got Gasly now in 4th, and Mitsubishi Lumbershitty is in 5th as we accelerate forward down to lap 14. It's the last lap of the race. Lewis Hamilton has crossed the line, 20 seconds ahead of us. So he's definitely got those points off us. We have lost points to Lulu. We're going to finish in 2nd. Hopefully we can just hold off Pierre Gasly. And Kvyat will finish in 4th place with Norris in 5th as we're about to cross the line at Hanoi. Fantastic. Well, we did the best that we could, but 2nd was only the best that we could. Yes, unfortunately, Lewis has done it again, and driver of the day goes to Lando Norris. Lando! We love you, Lando. Anyway, there is Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Vicky Braithwaite. Oh. I've not heard of that name before. Anyway, there he is, the race winner, Lewis Hamilton. There he is, look at him, look at him. Fantastic. And there in the background is famous F1 YouTuber Alex Gillian. Yes, check him out on Facebook Gaming, YouTube. Oh, he's a sensation, absolute sensation. Can't stop talking about him. 6th place went to Sergio Perez in the Renault.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers
up onto the podium we go. Up onto the podium we go. There's Lulu. There's the Hookster. Look, 2nd place. Yes. Still sprightly. Still getting on podiums, even though he must be 40 years old by now. 40 years. Is it 40? I'm not quite sure. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, go on, Hookster. Get that champagne down Lewis's neck. He loves it, really. He loves getting wet. Wet all over, all over. He loves it, loves it. Anyway, let's have a look at the final points after this round. Lewis Hamilton, of course, got 25 points, and we're now 7 points behind Lulu. 7 points behind Lulu after that round. Oh dear, and we're still first in the constructors at the moment. So it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix. It's time for the Chinese Grand Prix. Yes, the Chinese Grand Prix. And once again, practice has been completed. We have got some more of those lovely resource points. Thank you, lads. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so on to China, a circuit the Hookster loves very much indeed. Unfortunately, still not back on the calendar in real life F1 and won't be returning either in 2023. Yes, unfortunately. Anyway, 4th place at the moment for Hookster has been accelerated forward now to the 2nd run of qualifying. Down to 15th place, but look at the deltas. He's 1.1 seconds up and he goes to the 3rd place. 3rd place, Hamilton's still got pole though, but he has dropped up into 3rd position for Hookster. That's great news as we accelerate forward now to a little bit later qualifying. In fact, qualifying is finished. We've dropped down to 4th place. We're not up on the deltas, so it looks like it's going to be a 4th place or lower position for Hookster as we cross the line. Where's it going to be? Where's it going to be? Oh, cock. 8th position. I don't believe it. 8th place for Hookster. And Lewis bloody Hamilton has got pole position, everyone. Yes. Oh, he's so infuriating. He's so infuriating. Oh.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, tests their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1 and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, just edging out Alexander Albon, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Lando Norris and Perez, Leclerc, the captain, Kvyat and Lance Stroll, Magnussen, Matsushita, Antonio Giovinazzi and Bottas, De Vries, Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons clear mode, and we say go, 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 and it's long hold, away we go now, and another great start for Hookster. Rocket ship start once again, straight past one of the Red Bulls, as we're now going to go into this very twisty, turny right-hand turn, and Hookster almost loses it. Oh my God, hold it Hookster, hold it, wow. Wowzers, mid-trousers, that was real fast and furious Tokyo Drift style there, but he managed to hold it. I don't know how he held it, but he did. But not only did he hold it, he managed to gain a huge amount of positions. He's up to 3rd place now, and there's Hamilton. He's got to go for a move on Hamilton, and he does go for a move straight down the inside. Oh, it was clean, in fact, it was clean in the end, and he gets past Lewis Hamilton up into 2nd place. Wowzers, my trousers. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We've done it. We've done it. We've got ahead of Hamilton. That's all we need to do for the whole of this championship. We have to finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton. It doesn't matter where we are in the finishing order, we just have to be ahead of Lulu every single race. Oh God! I just got round the corner there for the Hookster. Yes, we have to be ahead of the Hookster, or maybe even ahead of Lewis. I'm so excited. I just can't speak properly. I'm so excited. But yes, we've got past Lewis Hamilton up into second place. He's behind us, and unfortunately, in all that melee, Alex Albon has managed to clear off into the distance. He's now 1.7 seconds ahead of us, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be the one that's going to win this race. But it doesn't matter as long as we are in front of Sir Blessed One himself, Sir Blessed of Blessingham. Yes, that's him, Sir Lewis Hamilton. Currently in third place. He seems to be dropping back a little bit. I have to say, we've certainly got some pace at these Chinese circuits. So anyway, end of lap 1, going into lap 2. Alexander Albon puts in the fastest lap using the lead, of course, pushes in second place. Hamilton now down to 1 second behind him. We accelerate forward at lap 3. So Albon's still in the lead, Hookster still in second place. Hamilton sort of 1.5 seconds behind, so he's definitely dropping back. He hasn't really got the pace to keep up with us at the moment, which is great news for us. As I say, this is a circuit that the Hookster likes very, very much indeed, so that could be a reason why he's doing so well. As we accelerate forward at lap 5, Albon's now got the gap up to 3.4 seconds. Hookster still in second place, and oh no, Daniel Ricciardo is out of the session, and I think Hamilton's used the opportunity to try and get past, because of course the Hookster was a bit unsolid, but out of contact with Hamilton. Oh no, and I think he's lost some of his end fence. Oh, cock it. This is not what we wanted, but it was bound to happen. There was going to be contact between teammates at some point during this championship, and it's happened. We have slightly made contact with Hamilton, and I think Hamilton's going to come in for a pit stop. Now, we are due to come in for our own pit stop right now on this lap 5. But what we're going to do is we're going to carry on going and allow Hamilton to come in, because obviously he's going to have to come in to put a new wing on. So yes, he has come in. We don't want to sort of win this championship unfairly and sort of make sure that he also gets held behind us as we came in. So we've actually held off for another lap before we come in for our pit stop. Now, can Hamilton pull the rabbit out of the bag and actually catch back up to us before the end of this Grand Prix? We accelerate forward at lap 6. So now we are going to come in for our pit stop 1 lap late, but at least it meant that Hamilton got a clear run in for his pit stop. So, second place at the moment for us. Albon's in the leader as well, but he will be out well before we even get done in service. And yes, so we change now onto the yellow sidewall car. Oh no, we're getting held. We got a little bit of a hold there from the Ferraris who came in. May have lost, I don't know, 5, 6, 17 minutes, something like that. Anyway, and let's see what happens. We rejoin the field now. 4th position for Hookster at the moment. 4th position, so we're about to rejoin. Is there going to be any traffic? No, there's no traffic, so that's good. Now let's have a look at the mini-map and see where Lewis Hamilton is. I know he's still going to be up there. He's going to be up there somewhere. Let's have a look and see. Yes, look, he's still there. He's sort of in the middle of the pack right behind Hookster. So I reckon he's about 8th position at the moment. So he really didn't lose that much time having wing replaced, as he said. Anyway, so on lap 7, we are still in 4th place as we accelerate forward at the end of lap 7. Some more cars have now come in for their pit stop, so we're going to gain, I think, 2 positions now because Giovinazzi and Russell have come in. So yes, we're going to get back into the 2nd place that we had pretty much from the start of this Grand Prix, which is great news. And we've got yellow flag, what is going on? No, it's okay. No, virtual safety car's been deployed. What is going on in this race? Crazy race. The virtual safety car has been deployed for some unknown reason. I don't know why, but anyway, so we've got to reduce our pace. And Max Verstappen is out of the session. Max Verstappen is out of the session. Well, we may go to a replay at the end and see exactly what happened between Max Verstappen there and why he is out. But at the moment, we carry on under the virtual safety car. And it's time now to say go, 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 as the virtual safety car has now finished. It's time for us to resume our racing speed. We accelerate forward at lap 10. Just 4 laps left of the race to go. And look at this. It's Charles Leclerc. He's managed to get past us, but we're going to dive it down the inside. But we go very wide on the exit. But can we get it back for Charles Leclerc? We do the switch back. We do the switch back on Leclerc and go down the inside. And yes, we go back into 2nd position. That was very, very hairy. And we need to get as many points as we can because we are ahead of Lewis Hamilton. As we accelerate forward at lap 12. Just 2 laps left of this Grand Prix to go. Still in 2nd place at the moment. Albon's still in the lead, and now we're in the middle, of course, of a Red Bull sandwich because Leclerc is now behind us and he's desperately pushing, trying to steal this 2nd place away from us. And Lulu, well, I think he's still in 8th place as we accelerate forward after the last lap of the race. Albon is going to win. You can see he's 20 seconds clear and he has just crossed the lines. We're going to finish in 2nd place. More importantly than that, though, we are ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc's going to finish in 3rd position. Magnussen in 4th, Kvyat in 5th place. And I think Lulu is going to finish in 8th place, just looking at the mini-map. So anyway, across the line we go. It may have been a bit controversial, but I'm sure there's going to be more incidents like this towards the end of the season. Yes, at some point there's going to be more controversy. I can feel it in my water. But anyway, 2nd place for us. Driver of the day goes to George Russell in the Williams car. Well done, George. Fantastic performance there. And it's time once again for the podium, and here he is. It's Christian Horner with the dodgiest haircut ever seen in the history. Look, I can't even comment. I can't even comment. But there is Alexander Albon, who won the race. Well done, Alexander. Great result. And there is ex-Matty G. And there's Arava. Oh my God, the Lord King himself of YouTube. Arava. Oh, I'm so excited now. Up onto the podium. There's Hoekstra once again in 2nd place. There's Albon in 1st position, of course, holding up the trophy high. It's time now for the champagne to go over everyone. Fantastic. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. Get in there. Well done. Well done indeed. So let's go to a replay and see exactly what happened with Max Verstappen there, because something definitely went on. And so here is Max Verstappen. Everything seems okay at the moment. He's continuing on his merry way. Seems okay in the Ferrari. And it's an engine failure. Engine failure for Max Verstappen, and he seems to be slowing down the racing line. Oh no, and it's contact from the McLaren from behind. I think that was Carlos Sainz. So that's exactly what happened there, and what actually called out the virtual safety car. Look at this, another view here from Carlos Sainz. And yes, he smacked. I don't know whether he couldn't see where he's going because of the smoke. I'm not quite sure, but he definitely just smacked into Max Verstappen there, and he's lost his front wing. So that's what caused the virtual safety car. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, so let's have a look at the final points then after this round. We got 2nd. Lewis Hamilton did indeed get 8th place, so 4 points only for him in the standings now. Now we are 7 points. Oh God, I can't believe these points. I just can't believe these points. I just know these points are going to go all over the place for the rest of the season. We're now 7 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton after 4 rounds, and still first in the Constructors. Wowzers, my trousers, for the 2nd time this episode. Well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome, as always. And yes, of course, as always, there will, of course, be more later. Bloody hell, I should have cut that earlier, shouldn't I?